I bet I know what you guys are thinking. This is probably just clickbait. I assure you, it's not. Hey Bucketheads, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. If you're new to the channel, I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. So, as I started the very beginning of this video, am I actually selling all of my silver? Yeah, it appears that I am. And in fact, I actually have started selling off some of my silver for my stack on my auctions. And my friend Guido, he actually just put a video about a week ago out talking about why he's selling all of his silver stack. His reason is very different than the three of my reasons, and maybe one or two of these reasons are going to actually apply to you. So you're going to want to watch this in its entirety, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put a comment down below and I'll make sure to get right back to you. So anyway, why don't we just get right to the video. Before I get into the three reasons why I am selling the majority, if not all, of my silver, and yes, you heard me correctly, I will be selling a major portion of my silver stack, if not all of it, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I do not put much stock in the silver gold ratio. I believe that it is a metric that people use and put too much stock into, and it determines their buying habits, and if that's what they would like to use, then have at it. But it is my belief that the two metals are very different. They have very different purposes, whether it be in industry or wealth preservation. So I do not use the silver and gold ratio to determine whether it's a good time to buy gold or whether it's a good time to buy silver. I look at the metals individually. I look at the silver historical charts, and I look at the gold historical spot prices, and I base my purchases on that. Not whether or not it's 90 to 1, 100 to 1, 120 to 1. I don't do that at all. And I've talked about this before. I've done a whole lot of math and compared it and broke it down. And if you guys want to go look at those videos, have at it. But anyhow, I'm going to get into the three reasons now. Three reasons as to why I am going to be selling off the majority, if not all, of my silver stack. Okay, now the first thing is basically storage. Storage is an issue with silver. I just did a full silver stack video as a sequel to the full gold stack video, and the amount of trips going back and forth from the safe to set up all of the silver was very cumbersome. And I thought that before when I filmed a full stack video about a year ago and I had half the amount of silver. This time it was just ridiculous. And I just believe that you should be able to grab a hold of your money, your wealth, your belongings. If you need to get out of Dodge as fast as possible, I believe you should make it as easy as possible. And it is almost impossible to grab all of this silver and all the silver that I accumulated, and it's just too much. So the one thing is, and Yankee has talked about this before, about stacking densely. I really do believe that is a very valid point. That is something that I'm going to be doing moving forward. So, you know, being able to carry this as opposed to all of that silver, I think that it just makes a lot more sense now. I understand the purpose of wanting silver, you know, that it's more affordable. You know, if you're looking at the value of all this silver to this one gold eagle, you would, if you wanted to, you know, sell this, you have a smaller amount of people that would be able to buy a 1 ounce gold eagle, and it would be much easier for you to, you know, break stuff down in small increments. So, you know, you can almost look at this as being fractional to gold if you're just looking at just the monetary value. So storage is an issue. That is one reason why I'm going to be selling off the majority of my silver stack. Okay, so that is the first thing. The second thing, again, I talked about it, it's the ratio. If you do want to put stock in the ratio, that's fine. But my second reason is that silver really kind of isn't moving. Gold, in my opinion, has, you know, just been a lot more steady. Silver, as we all know, is a lot more volatile, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, Stacking Stormtrooper, the potential for silver to go up is a lot greater. Just look at the percentages and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, I mean, gold can go up also, you know? So again, the silver gold ratio, I said, doesn't really, doesn't really influence me one way or the other. And being that here we are a year later, and then 6 months ago, and now present day, we're still sitting at, 95, 99, 100 to 1. I just don't put a lot of stock into the silver gold ratio. So anyway, I digress a little bit. I think that the potential for gold is actually a bit better than silver, and that's just my opinion. You guys are going to disagree? Fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not one of those people that has an extensive background in precious metals and commodities. I'm just like the majority of you who stack this as a way to preserve wealth and what have you. But I just believe that gold is a lot better for the wealth preservation, in my opinion. Now, the third reason, and this to me is the most important, is I believe I have found my exit. Now, what do I mean by that, finding my exit? Well, it is my belief that all of you should have a couple of scenarios in mind as to when you are actually going to divest yourselves of your stack, whether it be silver, gold, or both. I've always said to myself that I'm going to collect my silver and I'm going to keep it until retirement age. And then I was thinking about retirement age and what that would look like and how long from now that would be. In 20 years, I can't even imagine stacking silver for 20 more years. The amount that I would stack in that time would be insane. So anyhow, what price would I want to sell my silver? What spot price? You guys should be asking yourselves this. What spot price is ideal for you to sell your silver? Now, I know a lot of you think that you're going to sell your silver based on the silver gold ratio and then convert it into gold. And okay, but what price is it going to be worth it to you to sell your silver? Spot right now sits at around $17.50. I've always said to myself, if spot price hits around 32 bucks or double in value based on where I've purchased my silver, then at that time I would probably sell. Oftentimes some coins that I have that are hard to find, or I purchased a few years ago and people missed the boat on them, they just appreciate in value just because of supply and demand. You can look at Queen Anne's Revenge, you can look at some of the Marvel series, you can look at the Zombucks, you can look at the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Those are just some examples. And I've done very well when it comes to picking winners and avoiding the loser series. That being said, I really do believe all of you should be thinking about your opportunities and when it's going to be right for you to sell your stack. And I'm serious about that. You really want to start thinking about it and thinking about when would be the right opportunity for you to sell. Because you know what? Before you know it, you never know when an opportunity is going to present itself and you're going to have to act. And that is where I am right now. So again, storage, silver gold ratio, not really moving. Don't put stock in it. I found my exit. Those are the three reasons as to why I am selling all of my silver. Well, a big portion of it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to sell all of it, but I do believe I'm going to start selling everything except for the ASEs, and then I may start selling these off as well. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. So just a quick thank you to these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check out these videos. Long live the Empire.